Hi guys, and what's going on? So in the last one we've installed our tools, which of course was exam and sublime text, and in this one I'm going to start coding. But before we start coding, I just want to show you how the Apache server executes our files right there in exam. So if you go to your exam folder right there, go to your C drive and then exam, click on it, and htdocs. This is where basically your server search for your folders and files you create, and you will have here a bunch of files, but you will bunch of files and folders of course, but you will have less than mine because these are just my projects, so you will have lesser files than I am. So now if we go to our browser right there, if you write in localhost, which is the address you use to execute your files on the server on your host. If we type in enter, we will get a page like this. So what actually happens here, this is a default folder for the local host, which is the dashboard folder right there. What happens here is the server gets this folder and executes the index file in this folder, which is right over here. Okay, but if we want we can write index right here and it will execute it, but if you didn't write anything after the folder, it will go directly in the index file and execute it just like that. But if we want to execute another file, let's say php info, we can just type that after the folder name, php info dot php, and of course you need the extension for the file to open it. And if we click enter, and just some basic information about our PHP version, which is 7.4.9, the system, the compiler, blah blah blah, and all of that information about our server. If we open this file right here on our Sublime, we can see here only just a method for printing out our information, our PHP information on our machine. So now we want to create our own folders and files and all of that. Let me create folder. We call it PHP course, which will contain the files for our course. Let me get into it and start a new file right there. Let's call it index.php. We're writing PHP, so it makes total sense that we need .php extension right there. So if you click yes, need to grab it into Sublime so we can start coding right away. And now we need to write our PHP. So to write PHP, you can start you need to start the PHP tag, and there is a lot of ways you can do it. I'm just gonna go to the most basic and famous one, I would say, a most well-known one, which is greater than question mark PHP, and then you can write it from here, or you can just get some space, whatever you like, but I like to get some space, just to make the code more readable and all that. So now we can start writing PHP. So all I want to teach you in this video is just the most basic syntax stuff. So I'm going to write the most simplest line of PHP, which is the echo statement. The echo statement basically outputs something on the screen. okay, into the web page. And all we need to do, just write in echo and double quotes, and the double quotes are for the strings, you know, and we can actually use single quotes, but I will show you the difference between them in you know, in the next lectures. But now we are just getting started, so I want to use our double quotes right there. Okay, and let me type any string right there. Let's say PHP rocks. Okay, and as any you know, C language like PHP, you know, to end the statement in PHP, you need to end it with a semicolon. If we don't write it, that will trigger an error. Okay, so it's PHP basically it's like C. Okay, basically built on it, you know, so we need to end this with a semicolon. Now we can end our script right there with a question mark and greater than or whatever, but we don't actually need that because we don't, you know, we don't have any HTML out there. So you can basically leave it like this. You know, this is really common, just leaving it like that, and Control S to save that. And if we go, you know, we want to access it, so we need to type in the folder name first, which is PHP course, you know, and the file name, or we can add we can, you know, we don't need to write it, it will go basically to the index file right away. And this is it, our the server executes our script successfully. There is PHP rocks. So let me do one more. Let me echo, let's say, a number, and for numbers you don't need any quotes, single or double quotes. You just type in the number, echo 9. Okay, it will be printed in the same line. If we want to print it, you know, on a new line, we need to do a br tag, which is a PHP tag, and this basically will give us a new line. So there it is. You can, you know, you can write in strings, numbers, or whatever you like with echo. Now I want to show you how to integrate HTML inside your PHP. So go to your, you know, W3 schools and grab the HTML, the standard HTML document, and we need to end that actually, so our server can parse our HTML. Okay, let me tap that and tap this, and we can start writing PHP in anywhere in this HTML. Let me target, you know, the title, you know, question mark PHP. We need to go out, you know, let's say page title. We make it like this and terminate our statement, and in that we go to our page, refresh it, you can see right here page title, like that. It's all executed and our HTML is executed right in there. Of course we can change this all we want. PHP is a hypertext processor language. We can, you know, it will parse HTML in the same page. PHP echo, this is our graph. Okay, that, and you can see now if we refresh this, this is our paragraph. right, just like that. And we, of course, we can write it down there. We can do some math. Echo 9. We're gonna do addition plus 8, and just save it, and there you go, 17 right in there. If you can, you can end this one, but you don't need to end it. But this one you actually need to end it because it will trigger an error. Okay, right in there. If I try out and remove it, and there you go, syntax error unexpected. So actually what happens is PHP comes to execute the script, so it's going to interpret it, and so it's going to of course read it first. It comes all over down here and executes it each line, and when it comes down there, we're still reading PHP, so it doesn't understand what actually this means. Okay, so we need to write, but it needs to read this as an HTML, so we are going to need to end this right in there, so it can execute PHP first, and then it can execute HTML second. Okay, we go back, and there it is again. So this was just so simple. This one was so simple, just talking about the basic syntax of PHP. I'm going to explain what echo is, the different ways you can output something in PHP and all of that. And yeah, this is it for this one. See you in the next video.